I'm GreenLycan and welcome to my quickfire review. Today we're going to be talking about Creature Lab. This is a different type of game from anything I've played before. It's an experimentation game where you play as a mad scientist creating biochemical weapons or people. So let's talk about it. In Creature Lab, you play as a scientist. Your overall goal is to create biochemical weapons or people, kind of like zombies, in order to take over the area and essentially take over the world. Along the way, you do have military trying to stop you, as well as a research program that's trying to stop you from doing what you're trying to do. This is a bar that goes up over time, and when it reaches the end, it goes to the next stage. And this is essentially the military trying to triangulate your position based on what creatures you're releasing out into the world. The game plays like a mad scientist sort of thing, where you have to take a body essentially, put it into a machine, add a kind of mutagen to it, which I'll get onto in a minute, and then create a creature. The way that the game handles things like mutagens is it gives you ingredients that you can mix together to create different types of elixirs. Once you have 4 different elements of an elixir in one specific elixir, you will create a mutagen. These mutagens are essentially fluids that you create and put into your mutants to create them. Each ingredient would have certain properties to it. These properties together with other properties will create a type of mutagen that will give your creature more health, for example, or strength. You have to take note of these mutagens you create, because when you want to heal your creatures in their chambers, you actually have to create the exact same mutagen in order for it to work on them to heal them so you can keep them long term. You can also put your mutants or creatures into a machine. This machine allows you to take DNA and then create new parts for that creature. Using an incubator kind of machine, you can create different limbs for your creatures to change them and add different types of things to them. For example, there is an axe that you can create, which is a hand that can go onto your creature in order to give it more power and more damage. You can change both arms and legs of your mutants to create different types of mutants. You also have quite a lot of chambers in order to create different mutants over time. The overall goal of the game is to create a mutagen, which is the perfect mutagen to create the perfect creature. You do this by finding information files in missions in order to create this mutagen by finding the ingredients and the conditions in which you have to create it. This includes like the speed of the machine spinning and heat and things like that, but it's something that you'll get towards end game. When it comes to the mission side of things, you have a secret computer on your desk that you can use. This will allow you to send your creatures out on missions to either collect materials, collect bodies, or even just instill panic along with the population. Panic in itself can actually lower the progress of the military trying to find you. You don't play the missions themselves, you select the mission and the creatures you want to send, and then it will come up with a success screen if you've succeeded, or potentially, if there are military in the area, it will show you a battle scene essentially of different waves. It kind of plays out like a pen and paper sort of thing, where you'll see each time what happens, what creatures get killed or hurt or injured, and what military personnel gets taken down. If you succeed in beating the military, and then you win and you get whatever you were supposed to get from that mission. For people that like things to do with research, this is the kind of game that you'll enjoy. The fact that you have to get the different types of elixirs or ingredients, you can put them under a microscope to find out what's in them. You can then put those different chemicals of different types within an elixir to find out if certain things are within them, and attempt to create the perfect mutagen that you want for your creatures. Overall, it's not the type of game that I'd really play long term, but if you like being a mad scientist and experimenting, then definitely give it a go, because it might be something you'd enjoy. But if this is the sort of game that you want to play, get down in the comments, let me know what you think about it, let me know if you're going to play the game, and just generally give me your opinion on what you think of it. As always, like and subscribe, it definitely helps me out if you subscribe. I've been GreenLycan, thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one.